So this is the agenda. Basically, we are going to discuss in today's session. It's a power packed full of valued session. So mostly going to be beneficial for those like who is having less experience or kind of freshers. And okay, and fine. Let me close this session. Yes, it's fine now. Yeah. So and someone like who is from the functional background, for them also it's going to be useful. So let's go and start. Hello everyone, very good morning and welcome to the SAP Abap Masterclass. In this masterclass, we are going to discuss these different topics. Learn how to create a table including domain and data elements. Okay, but before going ahead, just I would like to have a quick introduction from you. You can just write your name here in the chat box. Maybe name you can leave, just to write your number of year of experience in ABAP. Or if you are fresher, you can simply write 0 over there. Just write your number of year of experience in ABAP. If you are fresher or if you are functional, maybe you can write it 0 over there so that I will understand, okay, you don't have much experience in ABAP. Okay, very good. Just keep on writing, keep on writing. Yeah, good. 3106 months. Good, good. Then this session is going to be very much experience. Or if you are having any problem from the concept point of view, then this will be useful. So Sanjay, do you have any question? You have raised your hand. Do you want me to unmute you, Sanjay? Or if you can lower your hand if you don't have any question. Okay, fine, very good. So Sanjay, you have any question? I can take up your question at last if you have in case. Okay, let's go and complete this session and all these important points which we have mentioned under the agenda. So the very first point, we are going to learn how to create table including domain and data element. It's very simple. How many of you already know how to create domain, how to create data element, and how to create table? Can you write here in the chat box? Just type me if you already know domain, data element, and table creation. Okay, very good. You already know how to create domain. Okay, how many of you want me to explain these things? Means how many of you want me to show to create a table with domain and data elements? Okay, do you want me to create? If yeah, just type explain. Very good, just type explain so that I will go and explain. I just want to see over here how many people are such who want me to create the table with domain and data elements. Fine, so we have some people. So let's quickly go to the system without wasting the time in other discussion, and I will create quickly one table, and I will show you how you can create table quickly, and while creating the table itself you can create the domain and data element. And one quick you know uh, explanation about this table, domain, and data element, which will be useful. So table, what is table? So table stores the data. Table stores the uh, real time data, real data, physical value, So if you talk about the table, it stores the data in data physically in readable format, right? So this is what we have, table. What is data element? So data element, before understanding the data element, let's try to understand the domain. What is domain? So domain basically describes about the technical nature of data. So it gives the technical description of the data. When we talk about the technical description, what does it mean? The meaning for this technical description means, you know, data type. Technical description means data type, like int one, like character, integer, character, float, date, time. These are the different types of data types. So domain will tell you the information about what kind of technical, what kind of data type. Then domain can have the fixed value also. Okay, domain is having one section where you can define the fixed value. I will let you know. So if you want to restrict some value for a particular field, we can use the domain also. In the domain we can give that fixed value, and by with the help of that, you know we can fix that these are the only value we would like to have for a particular table. This is possible with the help of domain. So one thing is that technical description, and another fix a value. Data element, what is this data element? Data element gives you the semantic description, semantic meaning of any field. So semantic description or meaning of any fields. This is what you have the data element. Data element is having several other properties also. For example, at the data element level, you can define the search help. You can define the parameter. You can define whether it has to capture the log, or you can enable the log, you know, for the purpose of using the change pointer. So you can enable the log for the purpose of using it in change pointer. So if you want to enable the change log for the change pointer, at the data element level, you have one option. I will show you. Okay. Then you have the label, like you can define the label over there. Three different types of label you can define over there: short, medium, and long. So this is what the definition of table, this is what the data element, and this is what the domain. Let's go and quickly create a table and data element and domain. So come here, log in into the system. Hope you are able to see the system. /n SC11 is the transaction where you can go and create the table, domain, and data element, and you can see that there are various different stuff: view, type, group, domain, search help, log, objects, right? These are the different stuff you have which you can create. Now you tell me which kind of table you want me to create. Just let me know here in the comment box. Shall I create an employee table or a student table or anything else you want me to create? Okay. What table you would like me to create? Just type here quickly in the chat box. Okay. Employee, a student, or something like that. You can suggest me. So I'm not getting any response from your side. You can quickly let me know. Yeah, fine. So let's go and create for the Z employee table. So date, any table when you are creating, that must be started with either Z or Y. So in Abap, whenever you are creating any object in the sense like table or report or any kind of function module or any kind of module means any object if you are creating in ABAP, you know that means it must be started with a Z or Y. So I'm starting with Z over here, Z employee. You can see that it's telling already this object exists. That means already this table exists. So I'm going to give some different name, maybe demo, and click on this create button. So here employee table, right? And delivery class helps you to, you know, identify what kind of transport request you would require when you have to transport the data. You can see that the name itself is the delivery class, right? How your data will be delivered, you know. So that is delivery class. The delivery class tells you how your data is going to be delivered, the nature of the data delivered over here. The here you can see that, right? So this classification will help you to transport the data from one system to another system. Okay, so delivery class, you have the different delivery class. A, application table. C, customizing table. L, table for storing temporary data. G, for customizing. You can see the different types of delivery class we have. So in interview, sometimes interviewer will ask what is delivery class. So your answer should be delivery class helps to classify the data which will be helpful in order to transport the data. Okay, so this is helpful in for the purpose of transport, you know. So this is what actually. So here I'm going to use this A, and now the data browser or table maintenance, you just select this first one. Let's go and create some field. Okay, so by default we have the CLNT field, client field over here, and MANDT is the data element. See here, data element, this is the standard data element. Okay, and now what we can do that here, employee ID. So if you see any table, you go to any table over there, for example, the Mara. See here, first field is MNDT itself. Data element is also MNDT, data type CLNT, like that. So first field name, it depends on you what name you are going to keep it. But the data element, like if you keep the MANDT, that means the data type will be your client. So it will be understood that your data is client dependent. One system can have multiple clients, right? So a single SAP, this is your single SAP system, and this single SAP system can have multiple clients, 100, 200, 300, 400. Means one system can be used for the multiple purposes. You would have seen that in the same system. For example, over here you can see that uh, this system, the name of this system here, you can see that this is the name of the system, NSP, and client is 800. So just assume that this particular system is NSP, this one, this big circle is NSP. This big system can have multiple different clients, and each client like will be have like a separate system. Each client will be have like a separate system. So if you want to store the data in a specific client, what you can do, that you can specify the field called MNDT and data type like data element like MNDT. So your table will be what? Your table will be client dependent, you know. So here this data in the Mara table, so here whatever the data you can see in this Mara table, you can see that it is present in 800 client. Like if you go into the 400 client, this data will not be present. This data is present only in 800 client, you can see here, right? So this is the meaning, like the client dependent and client independent. Okay, so this is just a kind of master class, so I'm trying to give you the overview. In our Abap course, it's very well and in more detail it is explained. So hope it's clear for uh, everyone. Here better you give MANDT, field MANDT, and here data element is MANDT. Employee ID we have given it, and now the data element we have to define for this employee ID. So Z data element, just I'm going to define for this. It's your decision what you want to give the name. I'm going to give a fresh data element which is not present. Okay, someone has created, you can see that car 8 is coming over here, so someone has already created with the same name. So if you want to use this existing data element, you can use it, or else you want to create your own, then that also can be created. So I'm just giving underscore MC, trying to give the different name so that it will not be present. So I'm pressing enter now, and you can see that it's not present. See here, it's telling that it is not active. Not active means, see, when a thing is telling that it's not active, that means there can be two possibility. One possibility is either that will be present and not active. Another possibility is that that is not present at all. If it is not present, then only it will not be active, right? So here, because it's not present, that's why it is not active. So we have to create this. So how you can create this data element? It's simple to create the data element. Just you have to double click over here, click on this yes button, and click on this local object to save. And you can see that this data element automatically getting created. So here in the short description, we have to give some description over here, and domain. So domain, I'm also going to create over here with some different name. It depends on you what type of what you want to keep the name. So ZDOM, something like that I'm giving, underscore employee ID underscore MC. This is what I'm keeping the domain name. Press enter, it's telling that this domain is also not existing, so that's fine. You double click on this and it will take you to the place where you can go and create the domain. So you can see that I have come to the domain explorer. I have come to this particular screen where I can create the domain easily. This is the domain, and here again, like so some description we have to give. Employee ID I'm giving, data type char, number of character maybe 10, right? So different data types you have here. So when you are defining the domain, see here, you have to give the data type. If you remember, when I was talking about this domain, I have written it over here. It gives the technical description of the data, right? That means the data type. So this is giving the data type, number of characters, decimal places is not required over here, right? Output length and all you can ignore at this moment. Click on this save button, click on this local object, and now you can see under the value range, I was talking about the fixed value. So if you want to assign some fixed value for this, you can assign it so that while inserting the data into the table, it will restrict. I will show you that part. Don't worry. Okay. Just save this one. Check the syntax over here. Click on this activate button. See, in Abap, whenever you create any object, you have to save, you have to check the syntax. It will tell that no inconsistencies found. If everything is fine, if something is going to get wrong, it will tell that there is some problem. You will get the syntax error over here. If everything is fine, then you have to go and activate. So without activation, there is no meaning of any ABAP object. You must have to, activate. So we are activating it over here. Click on this, go back. We have come to the data element once again. Now this domain is activated. You can see char 20, it is fetching from this domain. In this domain, we have given char 20, right? So sorry, char 10. So this char 10 is coming, this char and 10 is coming from this particular domain. See, you have the different option, predefined type, a reference type, right? All these things here won't be possible for me to explain, right? But just the basic, the generic stuff I'm trying to show you. Okay. Further characteristics here, the search help you can define. You can define the parameter ID, right? Now, what is the use of parameter ID? What is this parameter ID? All these things is the different story, right? Change document. This is what I was trying to tell you. Like if you want to enable the change log, right? Means if you want to store the change log in CDSDR and CD post table, you will have to enable this one and you have to write some piece of code on the PAI. Let's not go into that. Let's make it simple and learn the basics. Okay. Then you have the field label, right? Short, medium, long, and heading. So here, this is mandatory actually. You'll have to give. And it is having its own significant in ALV and all, right? While doing the ALV reporting and all. So employee here for the sort, maybe you can write simply EMP ID and here employee ID. Copy this again. Here long you can write employee identification number, something like that. It depends on you what you want to keep. Just save this one and check the syntax, click on this activate, right? So now your data element also got quickly created. Now employee name, right? So ZDE. So see, because it was employee ID, you could have put the numeric data type also. I have taken the character data type. Numeric data type would have been better. So just I realized now this particular thing. So what you can do, you can quickly go and you can change it. There is no problem. You can go to the data type, come over here and you can mark it as a numc. Now what is this numc character and all these things? These are the different data types and it is having its own significance. Okay. So at this moment, whenever you are using the employee ID or a student ID, better you use the numeric data type. Okay. Just remember this. So I've quickly done that part, right? And activated also. Now you can see that it's the numeric 10. Employee name, I'm going to again create a one, you know, uh, data element over here. So employee name, tell me what kind of data type it should be. What kind of data type you should have. Okay. So character data type, right? So domain, here again, we can define the domain quickly. It's always good to define the data element and domain. If you don't want to, better like if it is already present to you, reuse that. Okay. This is the recommended thing. If it is not present, you define data element and domain. It's a good practice to define your data element and domain. Now, why it is good practice, right? All these things need to be understood. Let's not go into that because just I want to show you the overview. Let's see this employee name, save and click on this OK button. Just save this once local object level field and this employee name. Employee name and come over here, employee name. Just save this, check the syntax. See here, it's giving you the error, right? Why? Because the you tell me why this error is. It's telling clearly, right? This domain is not available. Means I have given this domain, but this domain is not yet defined. So double click over there and we will quickly define the domain. Data type over here is the character data type and Maybe the name we can keep of the 20 characters. Just save this, click on this local object and check the syntax, click on this activate, go back, and again you activate this data element, right? So this is done. Now gender we can define, right? Here ZDE gender, right? Double click over here and come. This is the gender. Field level you must have to give. It's important to give, you know. So just save this one, local object, data type. Here also we are going to define the domain JD underscore gender. This is not present, right? Click on this, double click on this here and gender. Now the data type here. See the different data types, what you have, character, all these things, you have the different. We can choose the character one. What character? One will be sufficient, just male or female, F or M we want to populate for this. Under the value range, we would like to restrict the data, like if someone is entering the data into the table, right? So for employee, either they should be able to enter M or F. So this can be done in two ways. One is using the check table and another is this one is the simple one, right? So for such kind of requirement, this is what we use. I just want to restrict either it should be entered M or F. Apart from that, nothing should be in the either male or female. Okay. Just click on this save button, click on this local object and click on this activate button. Just go back and activate. So you got some idea how to create the table. Now any table will be having the key, all the table must have a primary key. So in order to define the primary key, MANDT is going to become your default primary key part and one main key it should have, right? So employee ID we are going to give as a primary key, and because MA and DT is like just to define whether your table is, the client dependent or not dependent for that purpose. So it is always going to be part of your primary key, this MA and DT. Apart from this MA and DT, you have to choose one extra real field of the table which can contribute to the primary key. So we have the employee ID over here. I'm just selecting this, right? And employee ID is sufficient to make the primary key. What is a primary key? It's a simple, we have come across many times in our BTech or BCA, or Relational Database Management System, right? RDBMS. What is primary key? The primary key is the key which will differentiate the record from the another record, right? So it will be identifier of a unique record. This is what you have the primary key. Check the syntax over here and it's telling something in yellow. You can ignore this if you still don't want to, come that particular uh, yellow things. Also you have to choose the enhancement category. So I'm just choosing that one, and now that warning will be also gone. So now warning is also not coming, right? And click on this technical settings, data class. What is this? You there was one delivery class. So delivery class was helping you to, identify the data so that it will be easy for the transport manager to transport the data. It can transport the data efficiently. So that was a delivery class, right? Related with delivery. Delivery means transport. So delivery class is related with transport. If someone is interview is asking, just you tell simply delivery class is related with transport. He will be happy enough. Okay. Data class. Why this data class? Data class is the categorization. What kind of data? What is the nature of the data? Why this is important? When you save the data at the database, it is going to save at your hard disk. So when you are saving the data at the hard disk level, data class is given there. Accordingly, the system determines how they have to save the data. you know so that's the purpose of whether the data is highly accessible, so it will be put at that place from where it will be fast accessed, right? So that's why the categorization is important, right? So data class size category, this is again you can choose this one. See, the size category 0 to 9,000, that means it does not like it will store only maximum now 9,000 records, it can store 9,000 also. The minimum chunk of the data storage memory is 0 to 9,000, that is its meaning, but you can store more than 9,000 records also. Okay, so I'm choosing 0 to 9,000. Why to waste unnecessary memory? Because this is just a demo table and hardly I'm going to enter 2 or 3 records, right? So minimum 0 I have selected. However, you can insert as many number of records over here. You have the buffering concept over here. I'm not going to discuss the buffering, it's a big topic, you know and I think in some of the masterclass previously I have already covered, so maybe you can go through, or it's there in our Abap course, that in that course also you can go and check it out. Okay, but that is a paid course, but in very detail I have explained all these things. Data dictionary itself is like a 10 hours of it's more than 10 hours in fact, uh, like 14 15 hours of content on the data dictionary itself from scratch to advanced. It's there. Anyways, click on the save button, check the syntax, click on this activate, and you can see that this table got activated. Now go and create the entries into this. Okay, so go into the display mode, utilities table, and why this option is not coming, let's see what option we have selected. Allowed with restriction. Okay, that is fine. Come here and /n sc11, click on this display button, utility. Okay, create entries option, you can see that it's not enabled. So let me try with a different option over here. Display and maintenance allowed. Just save this and activate this. It got activated. Utility, table content, and create entries. Okay, so employee ID, I'm giving 1. Employee name, maybe Sarita, and the gender over here I'm selecting female, right? You can see that M and F, from where it's coming from the domain, right? Let me show you quickly from where it's coming. Go to the field for gender, we have defined it at the domain level, this M and F. So from here basically it's coming. Okay, so see how beneficial this fixed value in order to restrict the data. So create entries once again, give this Sarita and select the, you know, F. If you are going to select other than F or M, it will not allow. For example, if you select by mistake O, if you click on this save button, you can enter a valid value. You can see that, right? So it will restrict you to give other value than the specified value. Okay. So I'm giving the F over here, and here now click on this save button. Let me take up some quick question. I got some question over here from one question from Mudassar. I have a doubt. Are multiple tables created with same name for each client, or only one table created with the data records under mandatory? Very good question. See, what he's trying to tell, Mudassar is trying to ask. He's a, his question is very good actually. See, one system is here, and this system can have multiple clients. Let's suppose one client is 100 and another client is 800. Okay, so I have created here the ZABC. Okay, this table I have created in client 100, let's suppose. So he is trying to ask, in the same system, is ZABC can be created, in the same system, ZABC can be created for client 800, not for 100. See, one thing over here, question is very good. See, the name of the table is client independent. Okay. Only data is client dependent. So what does it mean? Meaning of that means table name must be, you know, unique. Means if you are going to create ZABC over here, it will not allow here ZABC in 800 client, because already in the same system ZABC object is there. Are you getting my point? So name must means you will not be able to create the same table with the same name in the different client. You have to create with a different name. Only the thing is that you will not be able to uh, means client dependent data means if you are storing some data here, let's suppose here you are storing the employee ID 500 and Mohan, you know 500 employee ID, Mohan employee ID is 500. This record you are inserting in 100 number client. Okay, you will not be able to see this Mohan 100 in 800 client because this data is there only in 100 number client. Okay, so hope it is clear, Mudassar. Name you have to use different because the same table will be present here also, in 800 client also. Only same data will not be present because the data is client dependent. Is it clear, Mudassar? If it's clear, just type capital C and then I will proceed further. Very good. So you can type here in the everyone mode so that other people can also read out your comment. Fine. Sanjay is asking, okay, another question from Mudassar. So 2000 records for client 100 and 5500 records for client 300. Okay. Total 7500 records exist in table, but they get filtered out automatically when we log in. Very good. Yes, that is going to get filtered automatically. You don't have to take care. That will be taken care by the database abstraction interface, or DBI. Means same thing, database abstraction interface you tell, or DBI, database interface. That is a software, that is a program which is lying inside the application server that is responsible for taking care of the client. Okay, let's not go into that, but you are right. The second point, your second point understanding is correct. Let me copy and paste what he has asked the question over here, and so that everyone can read it. So question from Mudassar. This was the question, first question I have given the answer, second question, he's just getting the confirmation. Yes, his understanding is correct. Fine. Sanjay is now asking the question, can a string be used instead of character as data type in domain for data element? You will not get that option actually, right? You can go and check it here. A string is here. Let's go and quickly check it. Good question. Let's go and see here. See here, are you able to find character string? Yeah, you are getting here. You can see that a character string over here. So for employee ID, maybe you can use them directly because that option is there. You know, we can use, but generally we use the character data type, the fixed value, so that unnecessary, like, we will not be able to waste the memory, right? But you can use because the string option over here is right. We can select this one, just selecting this string, right? Just save this one, check the syntax, and just activate this. Error occurred, refer to log. Some error is there, current enhancement, all these things. Okay, so in enhancement category we have to go and change. So see, current enhancement category can be enhanced character type only, right? So you'll have to first change the enhancement category and then only you can go and change to the string data type. So it is possible basically, right? Because that option is there, so you can change to that. Okay, so you can change to that. Let me quickly show you. I have changed the enhancement category now, and now quickly go to that employee name, double click over here and just save. See here, string means there will be no length restriction. So generally we don't use the string, right? For system, actually it's just C lob object, character large object, and why to use a character large object, right? When we know that it cannot be more than 20 or 30 characters. So means generally what is the practice, that we are supposed to use the fixed value rather going for a string. It improves the performance, in fact. Okay, so here it's giving the option, and if you're not sure about the length of the name, you can use this string. Okay, that's fine. Activate this one and just go, but make as a practice like giving the character data type. So it got activated. You can see that it's working fine. There is no problem. Activate this one, and this is now the string data type. Clear? Fine. So is it clear, Sanjay? You can use a string as a data type, and uh, yes, you can clear. Fine. So now let's go to the another topic. Okay. So we have seen table, we have seen a data element, and we have also seen the domain part. Okay. Come to the second point. Different types of views. Let's see the theoretical point, theoretical in theory, and then we will go ahead. Okay. So there are four types of views. Do you remember any of the views over here? If you, for buffering, it is not possible to cover me over here, Sanjay. Okay. Uh, Check the course, or you can check out my YouTube channel over there. Also, you will see a lot of stuff for free for the buffering. Okay. So either or one of the things you can do for learning buffering. Buffering is a big, topic. Fine. There are four types of view. Let's go to the second part over here. Buffering. There, sorry. This is view. This is view. So there are four types of view basically. Just write here in the comment box what are the views you know already. Okay. Very good, Anita. Superb. Anita has already written over here. Database view, projection view, maintenance view, and help view. Superb. Very nice. Aarti is writing. Aarti, write in the everyone mode. You have to select the everyone under the two option so that it will be visible for everyone. Other people also don't type to me, type to everyone mode. Very good. So here four types of view we are having. One each, very important from the interview point of view. Database view and database view. Then second is the projection. And third one is the help. And fourth one is, tell me, maintenance view. These are the different types of view. What is the meaning of database view? See, database view is like inner join on multiple tables. So it's like inner join on multiple tables. So whenever you have to fetch the data from the different tables based upon certain criteria, you have to go with the database view. I will quickly show you. It's a simple projection view. From one table, if you have to fetch the some fields, means fetching some fields from one table, only one table. You are going to fetch some fields from a single table only. Help view. Okay, this is the help view. This is used for the search help purpose. And here this is the maintenance view, like multiple table you want to combinely maintenance, like SC54, right? So maintenance view where you can maintain the data, right? So these are the different four types of view. I will not go into more detail about all these view. I will show you these two important view. For help view, it is again time taking. I will have to show you about the search help concept. And maintenance view, it's the easy one, like from there from the table itself you can go and create the table maintenance generator. That is a kind of maintenance view only, but actual maintenance view like you will come across when you will have to take up the multiple table together, and if you have to maintain. Okay, so let's go to the database view over here. Database view slash in sc11. And if you have to create the database view, I want to join two table, Mara and Marcy. So Z Mara and Marcy, click on this here, database view. Very frequently used this, you know, DB view and Mara and Marcy. So Mara and Marcy. So press enter over here, the table which you want to, uh, so on Matner, I want to put the condition, right? So Mara and Marcy, I want to fetch the data from Mara and Marcy. Inner join condition will be there on the Mara Matner, should be equal to the Marcy at Matner. And now we want to fetch the data from here, like, what are the fields you want to see from Mara? I want to see maybe Matner, some fields I want to see, and from Marcy I want to see some of the fields, maybe plants, and this. These are the three fields. So done, this is done. This is the view, so there is no technical settings and all these things, buffering, all these things, because this is a simple view, right? Click on this activate button and it will be activated. Okay, it got activated. Now click on this content and just run this one. You can see that your view is now ready. What is view? View fetches the data at runtime. It does not store the data permanently. You should remember this. Okay, what is view? View stores the data at runtime. It does not store the data permanently. That's why it does not require any technical settings, any buffering concept, any delivery class, or any size category, or any, you can see that here under the, you can see there is no technical settings kind of a stuff, right? There is no technical settings kind of a stuff, right? So this is what you should know that. Okay, so database view we have seen. Now go and uh, create one projection view, PV. It's this is very simple. In fact, projection view, from a single table you are going to fetch the data. Okay, so get data from the Mara table. So just give the Mara and table fields. From Mara I want to fetch these 3 4 fields, right? This view is your, this view is ready. you know, this view is ready. Just save this, activate this one, and it will be activated. Click on this button and your view is ready. So simple, the view, you can see that fetching some fields from a single table. This is what projection. Then you have the help and maintenance. Help, for search help you need to know. Maintenance is like, table maintenance generator, not exactly, but yes. So it's there in that Abap course in AC11 from YouTube playlist. There also you can watch it out for free. Complete data dictionary playlist, I have put it over there on the YouTube. You can watch it for free. Like if you don't want to take the Abap course, or however, in Abap course there are total 92 videos explaining the concept from scratch to advanced. But if you don't want to go for that, you can go and learn from my YouTube playlist. You have to search SAP Abap playlist. You have to go through the playlist. Why? I will show you at the end and how you can access that YouTube playlist on data dictionary related videos. Okay, fine. So now let's go to the uh, third topic. Different types of dictionary data types. What are the different types of dictionary data type we have? Okay, tell me, do you know what are the different types of data types in the data dictionary? One is, tell me, one is what? Data element. Another, another, tell me. Another is a structure, and third one is the table type. So these are the different types of dictionary data type we have. Okay, so I will show you quickly. So dictionary means data dictionary. Here you can see data types, press F4, or maybe you, if you go and create Z ABC, click on this create button. It's already there. Some different options here. Data element, structure, and table type. Data element, already we have seen what it is. A structure, it defines a type of a row. Okay, a structure means a type of a row. Table type means it will tell the type of a row of a table. Okay, this is what structure means. It will tell of a type of a row. It will tell type of a row of a table. Okay, this is the meaning. So whenever you are going to define any structure, you would require to first define the data element, because while defining the field of the structure, you require to have the data element. So let me quickly show you. Data element part we already know. A structure, how you can define Z is ABC. Here maybe I want to create one structure, maybe ZABC 1 2 3. So one field one, types. Here Z, let's suppose employee ID. One field type is employee ID. Field two, I want to define this name, can be anything. You can keep it like employee ID also, employee ID. And here maybe employee name, types, and Z emp name. Already you can see someone has created the data element, this data element. That's why it's automatically coming. Okay, age Z. So like that, we got created this structure. Okay, so why this structure is required? A structure is required in order to declare the work area. Okay, a structure will be required. And now warning we can ignore, there is no problem. Now we have to create one, table type. So let's go and create the table type. Click on this create button, select this table type, come here and table type. So in table type, you have this option line type. In this, you have to give the name of the structure which you have defined. So this structure I have just defined, I'm giving this one. Just save this one, save this, and your uh you know just save this, check the syntax, and click on this activate button, right? You can see. So your table type is defined. What is the use of this table type? Who will tell? What is the use of this table type? We use the table type for the purpose of declaration of internal table. Okay, we use the table type for the purpose of declaring the internal table. What is the use of a structure? We use the structure for the purpose of declaring the work area. This I am talking about from the report perspective, from the programming perspective. Okay, when we do the program in AC38, from that perspective. A structure can be used inside the another structure, or a structure can be used as a include a structure in a table. This is also another use, right? So different use we are having. So hope you got the different types of data types over here. And now let's go and check out the the topic over here. Learn what is work area and internal table. Yeah, this is the important one, right? This is the important one. So those who is new to the Abap programming, this is going to be helpful. Okay, so Z Abap master class and demo one. Click on this create button and Abap demo master class, something like that. Work area. Here we are going to learn work area and internal table. Click on the save button, local object. See this work area and internal table. What is this work area? Work area can store single record at a time. Okay, and the internal table can store multiple records at a time. Multiple record. So this is your internal table and this is your work area. Work area, single record, Okay, internal table can have the multiple records. So work area is single record. Just remember, work area single record, internal table multiple records. Okay, so this you should know. So whenever you have to define the work area, you require a structure, and whenever you have to define the internal table can be defined with the help of a structure as well as, you know, uh, table type. Both the syntax will be different. See, work area also you can define with the help of table type. Okay, work area can be also defined with the help of table type. Internal table can be also defined with the help of a structure and table type. Just you will have to use the syntax differently. So let's go and create one work area. Okay, there are many ways of defining the work area. All those way I have discussed in the course, or it's this part at least is there present on the YouTube playlist. I will show you that where you can learn all these things for free. You don't have to pay anything. If you want to learn extra advanced, then you have to go for the paid course. Fine. So work area over here, work area, this is the single record, and internal table multiple records. So we will be quickly defining one work area. So select single, maybe uh, let's suppose Matner mtart matKL from Mara table. So from Mara table, I want to fetch the data and want to put here on the application server, like in this program, in some place. So where we can put in a work area. So into work area, I'm going to define this work area. So let's go and quickly define this work area. As I have told you, in order to define the work area, either you should have the structure or you should have the table type. Okay, so just I have shown you how you can define the structure, right? So if you come here you can go and quickly define the structure. Z is Mara. Click on this Mara. So this is like global structure. From AC11, I'm defining the structure. So this is like a global structure. In program itself, you can define the structure that will be your local structure. Okay, so anything is fine. Here I'm showing you quickly the global structure. So Mara data, and here Matner, then types, and Matner is the data element. mtart, and here types, and here mtart. Here matkl, here types, and here matkl. Save this one. Local object, check the syntax, and now you just activate this. Got activated. See here, it got activated. Now we will quickly define the, you know, table type also. So ZTT Mara create. It's telling that already it's present. So I'm giving some different name. Create table type, this one, and table type for Mara. This is the structure I have just defined. Save this one. I'm going a little fast. I can understand, you know, those who is really very fresh, like very new, it will be little difficult for you to understand, but don't worry, just be here. You can go through once again the video. Okay, you will be able to understand, or I will let you know the better way to learn. You just be here. I will let you know the better way to learn. You know, you don't go through the recording of this class, because this is a master class. Master class means just an overview, you know, it's nothing like, see, the complete above course is of 130 hours. Here just we are talking about 1 or 2 hour, right? So it's a very, like you can see, it's just overview we are talking about. Activate this one, and now come here, and then table. So here you can see that we have defined this uh, work area and a structure, and you know, so a structure what we have defined, just the global structure JS Mara, and table type what we have defined. Table type we have defined. Let me quickly copy this and paste it over here, right? So we have to define the work area. Okay, so work area we have to define. So whenever you have to define any work area or internal table, you have to use the data keyword. Because why? Why data keyword? Data keyword is used to declare the data object. What is data object? Data object means a object, one instance which holds the, which which creates the area into memory. You know, we have the RAM, we have the, you know, hard disk, right? We have the computer memory. In computer memory, whenever you declare any variable, it creates the memory. Okay, at runtime, it will create the memory. Okay, so here work area is a what? It's a variable which will hold the single record at a time, right? So this is variable, nothing but all the variable will come under the data object only. So either you tell data object or you tell variable, anything is fine. Okay, so in order to declare any variable or any data object, we use the keyword called data. Okay, so wa type JDS Mara over here, and again data, uh one internal table also I want to declare. So internal table IT type this. So whenever you have to define the internal table, you can use the table type reference. Whenever you have to define a work area, you can use the structure reference over here. You can see that the structure means single record, table type means multiple records. So this is your internal table and this is your single record work area. So see here, select single Matner MTAR MATKL from Mara into work area. I'm telling to the system, get just a single record from this table and put into this work area. That's it. Okay. Press F2. It's giving some error. Okay. Okay, fine. So this is, the comma is not required this moment because I'm using the old OpenSQL. Okay. Check the syntax, click on this activate button, and now you can use the breakpoint. Just I will show you the data which has been come into this work area. So this work area will be having just a single record. Why? Because select single I'm doing and from fetching and putting it over here into this work area. So in this work area, you have the single record. You can see that you have just a single record in this work area. If you try to fetch a single record, see, I'm telling to the system, get the single record. So if you try to fetch the single record into an internal table, it will give you a syntax error. So there are so many different things you have to learn into this AC38. Just we are talking about some basic stuff. Okay, it will give you the syntax error. See here, it is telling that you are using internal table over here, and you are, you know, you are getting the single record. Then why you should use work area? No, this is what it's telling. It's telling you cannot use an internal table as a work area. You know, he's telling, dear programmer, you are trying to fetch a single record, and why you are using internal table? Internal table you can use when you have to fetch the multiple records. That is fine also, right? System logic is, system suggestion is good, right? So you can see that now there is no error. Now you will be telling, if you have to fetch the multiple records, which syntax we have to use. What you have to do, you have to remove the single from here, and here after N2 you will have to give the table edition, and after table you have to give this internal table. Okay, so now the system will understand, okay, it has to fetch all the records from this Mara table and put into this internal table. Okay, PT printer, just save this and check the syntax over here. Click on this activate button, run this, and this time you will see that there are so many records from this Mara table will come into this internal table. Currently 0 records, right? But once this select query is going to get execute, press F6, right? Double click over there and you can see 23,819 records was fetched and put into this internal table, right? See here, there are so many records. All those records as fetched and put into. So this is internal table. Internal table will consist of many more records. Did you understand the basic idea of, you know, this work area and internal table? If you understood, just type capital U, just type capital U. And if you're watching from YouTube, just write there in the comment box capital U. Just write capital U if you understand this particular concept. Okay, very good, superb. So now one more thing I would like to share it over here. Internal table can be declared in many ways, and the same way like work area can also be declared in many ways. I will show you some way quickly. Okay, this is the first way. Second way, you know, this internal table can be used with the help of a structure also. So this is a structure. Just copy this and paste it over here. And here you'll have to give type table of. So now again, this internal table is a what? Again, IT is an internal table. Type table of what? This structure. So if you want to use the structure in order to define an internal table, you have to define like this. Okay, check the syntax, activate this and press F8. See here, also there is no problem. It's fetching the data properly. 23,381, right? All this data getting fetched without any problem. That means your syntax and everything is fine. Okay. Now, this work area can also define using the table type. How you can do? You can use like WA like line of this table type. Okay, you can use. Check the syntax over here. Okay, this is it. This. Okay, like line of for table type, it is not allowing, right? You can use the internal table by the way. Okay, so if this is your internal table already declared over here, let's suppose, then this internal table you can use. Okay, so the statement which I have written over here, the work area can be declared using the structure and table type. It is not 100% correct. With the structure I have shown you, right? With table type not, we can tell rather internal table. So using the internal table, you can define the work area. So see here, work area like line of internal table, this will work fine. There is no problem. Check the syntax and you can see that there is no problem. So work area you can use with the help of internal table as well, using the like line of syntax. Simple, right? Now, one more thing I would like to share, that see all these things which we have declared over here, it was a global, right? We have declared using AC11. What if we want to declare here in program itself? So for that purpose, what you have to do that you have to use the types statement in order to define the word structure locally. So a structure locally, how you can define? Using the types. Okay. So begin of ts underscore mara matner type matner. Going little fast. Hope you are able to catch it up. matk type matkl and end of ts underscore mara, because we have to cover so many things, right? Still there are so many things. Okay, so that's right, going a little fast. So this is the structure over here, and so we declare this ts underscore mara. So using this ts underscore mara, we can quickly define this data w underscore type ts underscore mara. So see here, this is also way of declaring, this is also a way of declaring the work area. Data it type table of ts underscore mara, and this is one way of defining the internal table. Okay. If you want to define the table types locally, then this is how we'll have to do. TT underscore Mara type table of TS underscore Mara. So now this is your table type locally. So internal table now you can define with the reference of this TT underscore Mara like this. Okay, because this is a table type, so you just have to use type only. It will become internal table. Because this is the structure, you have to use type table of. Remember, whenever you are going to use the structure, you have to mention type table of. Whenever you have to use the table type, simply you have to use type and it will become your internal table. So different way of defining the internal table structure and all. So this is the local way of defining the uh, you know table type and structure. So hope you are able to understand like how you can locally create the structure, work area, and all these things. Okay, you can say there is no error or something like that, right? Fine. So now let's go to the another topic. Learn how to create a basic module pool. How many of you want to learn about how we are going to create the module pool application? A very basic module pool application we are going to learn. Okay, very good. Let's go and create a basic module pool application quickly, right? What is module pool? Before starting the module pool stuff, what is module pool? See, module pool is also known as screen programming and different name. Okay, screen programming or dialogue programming, different name. Screen programming also you can tell, dialogue programming also we can tell, or you can also tell DINPRO programming, right? This is module pool. Nowadays, it is not in that much demand because of the latest technology like Wi-Fi, Fury, uh, WebDIN Pro also like getting obsolete, but fine. This still like it's important to learn this module pool. Let's go and see. So this is the system. Transaction you have to use the SCAT. Okay, remember what you have to remember. SCAT is the transaction with the help of which you can create the module pool program. So ZMP master Abap master class demo. A very basic app. Quickly in 10 minutes I'm going to create Abap master class demo. Click on this OK local object, and you can see that your module pool program is ready over here. Now whenever module pool program you are going to create, you must have to create one screen. So go and create one screen over here. Screen, yes, and give this some screen number 100. I'm just giving. This is my main screen and I want to create a calculator. Okay, it's a very simple application. So save this one and click on this layout. So in order to create a simple calculator, or maybe what we can do that we are going to take two numbers and we are going to give the different options like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, like that. So so here this is the text. Give the first number here, first number. Okay, so this is what you have the text, right? This is the text field. The input field you will have to use. So here just I'm going to use this first underscore num. Okay, just using the different name so that it will be easy. So first number, we are just getting it over here, get it the second number over here, second underscore num, second num, okay. So two number we have now define some push button over here. I want to just give the name sum over here. Function code is required because then only the action will take place, your event will be triggered. So I'm giving the name for this function code sum itself. Okay. And we will increase its size maybe a little bit. Then another push button over here. We can give subtract. Function code sub. Okay. So just let's have the two buttons only. Okay. Just save this one. And so first number, second number, sum, subtract, like when you are going to click on this sum, it will add, and when you are going to click on the subtract, the second number should be subtracted from the first number. Okay. So this is what basically we are trying to do. Fine. Hope you are able to understand the requirement, right? Let me make it little more beautiful. Okay. So looks good now. And for output here, we can define the result. So our outcome, we can write outcome. So something over here you have to understand. See, this is the technical name. Whatever we are writing it over here, this is the technical name. Okay. So all this information, basically we have to keep it handy so that while writing the code, it will be easy for us. Otherwise, it will be difficult to write the code. So for the first number, the technical, the first underscore num we have, the technical name for this first input field. Okay. Just give it over here. The technical name of the second input field is this, and the technical name for this, just going to give out. Okay. Now I think this is fine. Yeah. So out. Okay, so the technical name for this first number, like whatever we are going to uh, push this number into this particular input field, that number will be held by this first underscore num. Whatever we are going to put it over here, that number will be held by second underscore num. Okay, and when you are going to click on the sum, then it will add these two numbers and it should put the value over here in this outcome. So this value will be filled up with the out, like out means we have to sum this value and we have to store here in out variable so that it will be populated. Okay. So make it like only, as a output here, you will get one option to display only as a output or something like that. Program, see input field, I don't want to keep this input. This should be output only, right? and now it looks fine, I think. See, it's a input data type dictionary character data type, that's fine. Character data, this is also fine, this is also fine. So character data type, all these data type is fine. So character or string, you can choose it over here in order to just sum it up. Okay, let's align maybe little bit. It's a very simple app. No, there are so many different concept we have in this module pool. Just I'm going to make it simple so that we can complete it in another half an hour or 45 minutes like that. Okay, fine. So just save this one, and now what we have to do, we have to go and write the code. Okay, for sum, you remember this is the function code. Okay, for subtract, you remember this is sub is the function code. So this actually will have to remember. Now just save this one, go to the flow logic, click on this flow logic. Okay, and you should know that every screen is having four types of event: PBO, PAI, POH, POV. PBO means process before output, process after input, PAI, POH process on help request, POV process on value request. So these are the four events. Mostly we are going to use these two events, but again, like if you have to create the sophisticated application, all these events will be required. Like if you have to give the search help, if you have to, you know, uh, populate the value like that, then we'll have to use the process on value request and process or help request. All those things will require. Here, just these two events we are going to use it. Process before output will be triggered whenever the screen is going to get displayed. So whenever the 100 number screen is going to get displayed, this is what the 100 number screen we have. Just before that, this particular event is going to get triggered. Whenever you take any action on 100 number screen, like if you press on sum button, you have the sum button, right? If you press sum button, or if you press the subtract button, then process after input is going to get triggered. So when you take any action, just after that, process after input is going to get triggered, and just before displaying the 100 number screen, the process before output is going to get triggered. Hope it's clear for everyone, right? Now, once I will write the code and I will show you in the debug mode, it will be more clear. Okay, just enable this one. Under the module, basically you have to write the code. So after process before output, you have to create one module, and inside this module you have to write the code. Again, after process after input event, you have to create one module, and in that you have to write the code. So this is event, this is event, this is module inside which you are going to write the code. So double click over here, click on this yes button, and see, first go and click on this top include, and in the top include, what you will have to do, that you have to define all the variables which you are going to use. So you have to use the same name of the variable, everything, so these are the name of the variables which we have defined on the screen, the same name and same data type. Here in global section, you have to define so that you will be able to transfer the data from a screen, and from program to a screen you will be able to pass it out. That's why this declaration is important, right? So this is your screen, right? This is your 100 number screen, and from this screen the data should flow to the program, right? So whatever you are defining over here, this variable and all these things, the same variable, everything will have to define over here with the same name, so that the data can pass from here, and from here it can pass to there. Hope it's clear, right? Let's go and quickly define this. So it was a character data type over there, right? So I'm just defining character data type, the first character 10 maybe, and here the data, second number, type cartoon, and then data out type cartoon, right? And PF status, let's quickly define the PF status. Z master class, double click over here, click on this yes button. You know the PF status, right? If you don't know the PF status, you should know the meaning of PF status. Means whatever this, back, cancel, exit button is showing over here, this is due to that PF status only. Okay, so PF status, quickly let's go and create. Click on this OK button, and I just want to display this uh, you know uh, back. So give one function key over here, this exit and this cancel. Okay, save this one, save automatically. The function code and all will be assigned. See here, back function text and the function code is assigned. Nothing more than that I require. Simply we have kept it as it is, right? Function code is important. Okay, 4 character, let's skip it, it will be good. Just save this one, check the syntax, click on this activate button, activate, and just to go back. And now once again click and activate. There is some error, no problem, we'll fix that. Title bar also we can define it, Z title master class. So module pool here, just give the module pool demo in Abap master class. Save this one, just save this. And now what you will have to do, that you have to activate. So better right click over here and from here you activate, so that there will not be any problem while activation. Okay, so it's telling that I'm changing, so it's telling that you go into first display mode and then try to activate. Okay, so I went into display mode and activated, it got activated properly. Okay, so module, uh, now go once again to the screen, right? Double click over here, process before output, we have write the code, right? Means we have set the PF status, we have set the title bar and all these things, correct? Now process after input. So whenever we are going to write the, means whenever someone is going to click on the, what, tell me, sum button, what it should have, when sum, see inside you come, your function code will come. So if someone will be clicking on the sum button, what will happen, tell me? We have noted down the name. What was the name? This out, right? So it should be out basically. So very simple application. Okay, first underscore num, it was correct, first underscore num plus second underscore num. When some subtract, right, then in out you will be having the first underscore num minus second underscore num. So very simple, right? Sum first num plus second. If it is sub, like if someone has clicked on the subtract button, first num minus second. This is now done, it is done now. And if we are going to click on, when back or uh, exit or cans button, then leave to screen 0. Just I want to go back. Okay, pt pinter, just save the syntax, check the syntax, and some error, what it's error. Okay, you'll have to give like this, we have to give like a literal, right? In the single quotes we have to give. In case you have to do, yes, that is true. Control F2, and now it's fine. Right click over here and activate it. Okay, it's telling that I'm changing, save it, and go into, and your application is ready. Let's go and quickly test it. But you should know that the module pool program cannot be executed without transaction code. So you have to go and quickly create the transaction code, transaction jet abap master class module pool, module pool demo, program and screen dialog transaction. The first option is fine, just select that one. The program name is ZMP. uh, this is the program name, right? You have to give this ZMP underscore abap underscore MC. This I'm giving this program name. A screen number 100, right? 0 100 I have taken, so giving. And maybe you can select this one or you can leave it. I don't think so there will be any problem if you select or not select, right? There is no activation required, and now you got your transaction ready. Simply run this one and see this if you get something and you are able to get it a dump over here, no problem. Slash in SC80, and once again we are going to reactivate and run it, right? And click on this activate button and go to the transaction. We just created the transaction, right? We just created the transaction. Okay, let's go to the SC93 and run this. Okay, fine. This time it's fine. Run this one, and it's doing transaction consistency. Some problem is there. Module pool program is this one, right? 100 authorization object. There is some problem actually. You know, there is some problem. What we have created program. Let's do one thing. uh I will, it's coming under the function group. Okay, this is what the problem. Let's check it quickly. Master program include. Okay, by mistake we have done it. It looks like inside the function group, but that's fine. I think there is no problem. Let me check. Okay, let's try it once again. I think I've selected, I could have selected the program instead of, the function group, and that's why it's creating the issue. So SE93 once again and run it. Module pull, the program screen is 100. Let's give it once again like this program. Let's ZMP MC. Okay. So go once again to that and we will find the master program name, and that we'll try putting and we will see. Okay. So this one, master program, copy this one. I'll put it, just save this and run this one. Yeah. So it's working fine, right? You can say that the first number and second number, just give it over here 200 and the 300. Click on this sum and it's coming the 500. So it is fine. Basically, there is no problem, right? Here, if you give this 500 and here you give the 200. So subtract and you are getting this value. So just a simple application, right? If you want to beautify it, or like if you want to go back, see here, I want to, the back button is also working properly. There is no problem. So here, execute. Uh, Fine. This is fine. We can keep it like this only. And if whenever you have to execute, you will have to execute through the transaction code. Okay. You have to execute it through the transaction code. And this is the transaction code. So we can directly execute from here. Back button is also working fine. There is no problem. See, there are so many things, like if you want to debug and you want to understand it more, like you can go and do it. For example, if I put the breakpoint over here, and I will show you how it's working. Just run this, and if you give some value 500 and maybe 600 over here and click on this sum button, see the breakpoint is getting triggered. And because I have clicked on the sum button, under the side you come, your function code will come, right? This is your function code. And because for the sum, we are defining first number plus second number, right? So see here in the out, you have the 1100 is coming, and this 1100 is getting mapped with the out variable, and that out it's showing. Similarly, if you click on this back button, so for back, either back, exit or cancel will come under the side you come, and you can see the back is coming. And for back, it will go to the leave to screen 0, and it is. So see, in module pool, you have leave to screen 0, leave a screen, set a screen, right? Then leave uh, leave transaction, you know. So different keyword, different terminology we are having. Okay. So here, just I've given you the basics. Like if you want to more go into the deep dive, you will have to either learn yourself, or if you are looking for some course which can take you through some depth stuff, then I will uh, let me quickly show you about this course. Like in case if you are planning to go, you can check out this course. Okay. So this you can go and you can search for SAP ABAP made easy. So you have two, like when you are going to search it, you will be having the two options: SAP ABAP made easy package and SAP ABAP made easy. So in this SAP ABAP made easy, you will get the course. This is the course. In the package, I will recommend you to get the package, because in this package, what you will be having, that you will be having the these three: complete core ABAP course, 130 hours of course from scratch to advanced, ALE iDoc, Adobe form also, ABAP interview question and answer, and then the inner circle access. If you are going to get simple ABAP, you know, inner circle access you are going to have, but all those like ALE iDoc and Adobe form will not be there. So it's your choice. But the thing is that, like, if you want to become master in ABAP, this course is really good. All these things has been uh, discussed in very much detail. In case if you are not in mode of investment or something like that, I think here you have the option for 6 months or 8 months, like that you can check it out. That also you can think of. That will be a cheaper option, but for the limited time. That also, like, also if you are not uh, in mode of investment or something like that, what you can do, that you can come to my channel here and learn from the playlist wise. SAP here you can SAP ABAP playlist by Pankaj. You can simply search, and this playlist, at least you learn this. I will highly recommend at least go through this playlist. You will be having, it is there in the sequence basically. At least learn these much things for free. And it is well explained from scratch to advance, right? And then the remaining things, if you want, you can take my course, or else you can learn on YouTube itself. You can. So only the thing is that they're on the YouTube at one place, you will not get all the stuff in a structured way. And also there is no guarantee that how much depth it is there, you know. That we learn this, whatever is free, you learn from here, and then later it's your decision. Now coming to the topic, let's see what are the topics is still left. Learn how to create basic model pool app, we have seen just here. And learn how to debug a standard program and find custom code and debug it. Very good. Okay, quickly I will show you. This is very important. See, this is the cream of the today's topic if you are working in support project or something like that. Okay, so slash n mm02. Let's suppose you have the standard transaction. I have discussed in many past videos, you know, these techniques. There are different techniques to identify the custom code in the standard transaction. Okay, so one way which I highly recommend is the layer aware debugging. That is awesome tool, you know, super fantastic tool. Another, you can enable the trace like using AC30 or ST12. Okay, and you can filter out with Z or Y. You will be able to find out the custom code. The third option, you can use the ANST transaction, but it should be configured with your base system. Okay, then with the help of that also you will be able to identify the custom transaction, right? So these are some techniques through which you can find your custom code. Here I'm going to show you the magic of layer aware debugging. It's awesome tool. See, this is mm02 transaction, and while saving the data, I want to find out what are the custom code written, maybe body or customer exit or something like that, you know. But see, for customer exit and user exit, if it is there in some, you know, uh means its name is going to be a start with, like it must be there saved in some package starting with Y or Z. Generally what happens with the customer exit, or uh, in customer exit, like if you are going to create your own function module, then it will ask for your package, you know. For user exit, if you are going to use the developer access key, it will be saved in the SAP namespace itself. So in that case, this tool is not that much helpful, but you know, this is really very powerful tool, and 90% times it's going to help you a lot. Because see, nowadays we mostly use the body, right? Implicit enhancement, explicit enhancement. So for these, it's going to work fantastic, you know. For customer exit and user exit, if someone is using the function module, means what I mean to tell, customer package, it should be there. If it is there, then it's going to work. So most of the time it will be there. So you don't have to think much. Use this tool. The name of the tool is the layer aware debugging. Let me quickly show you. Slash H, click on this save button, and I want to see if some of the custom code is there or not. Click on this configure debugger layer. Okay, select this button and check this package. In this package, you give Y star, Z star, and see, because this is a demo system, most of the people would have save their custom code in the $TMP in the local, you know. And if there is something which is starting with which is saved in the package Y star or Z star or $TMP, you go and check out, means go and do this experiment in your, you know, in your development or quality system, and you will be amazed with this tool. It will take you to the place where already it's a code is written, and simply press F5 or click on this next object set. Anything is fine. Okay, so either you place F5 or see next object set, like if you see control shift F5 is given there, but if you press F5 also, that's fine. It will take you directly to the custom code if it is there. Okay, and I'm going to enable the update debugging, so that in update debugging also, like some body or something is getting called, we will be able to identify. See, I'm going to press F5, and here what happened? You see here, we got it right. LZMDG top SAP LZMDG. So you got this right. This is a custom code. The place where it has stopped directly, it is nothing but a custom code, right? So what I did, simply I pressed F5. So if you want to see where this particular code has been written, so this is what you have: module, this module, this is what, this is what, this is what, this is the module, this is the custom code. It has been written over here. Okay. PAI mod data SAP LZMDG4 is the program. So again, I want to go to the next custom object where the someone has written the code. So right here, next object set. See, this is the, here it's coming again, and next object set. Again, see here this is the next custom code is written. This is the body implementation. You can see that ZCL, this is the body implementation. So like that, you will be able to identify the custom code basically. Okay, next object set, next object set, like that. Okay, see here. So these are the places you were able to identify the custom places, the custom code. So hope you are able to understand how to use the custom, means how to find out the custom code written in the standard transaction. This is the best and easiest way to identify. If this is not working, you can go for the trace, or you can go for the ANST or something like that. Okay. A screen number is in 3 digit and in module pool. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe no, that was not the error, that I was not giving the correct program name. Okay, that was the error, Sandeep. Arti include one each inactive, maybe. Okay, fine. So that was actually program, you know, a program name we are supposed to give. I was just giving the function group name, and that was creating the issue in the module pool, right? So now let's see what is the next. You can keep on asking the question, like, if you want me to, do you want to discuss anything over here related with this standard program? Yes, I will I will cover that. How and where to get the system access. Okay, so how and where to get the system access. If you want to know, you can ask me over there in the WhatsApp group. I will give you the system provider number, or else we can remove this one, like if you don't require. If you already have the system access, or if you are using from somewhere, you can use that one. But I think I'm having those, that person is having the good system access. This is what I have been experienced. So I'll be sharing the number in that WhatsApp group, and you can check with him in case if you are looking for, otherwise not required. So you can ignore this. Some of the people were asking me, that's why I've covered this. Now, how to learn Abap in best way and fetch data into internal table. See, the eighth program is just for marketing my Abap course, how to learn Abap in best way and fetch data into internal table. Already we have seen how we have to fetch the data. There can be so many different way of populating the data into the internal table. I will show you some of the way. Learning the best way in like this Abap, one thing is that you should have some good guidance who will be guiding you, so another thing, you have to learn, like if you don't want to get anyone's guide, like, so generally, like if you are fresher, or if you are starting your career, or if you are someone like you are having 2 3 4 5 years of experience until now, like if you are not feeling confident, better I will suggest you to get some ABAP trainer who is having the good experience. It's not mandatory to have me only, it can be someone who is having the good command on ABAP and who is passionate about giving the training and all, right? You can choose that one. That will be really helpful. Or get the video course from such person who has already prepared, right? I have that video course I have shown you. If you are liking my way of training, one thing I can assure that it is covered from scratch to advanced. You will be a master in ABAP. This I can assure. In case if you have any doubt or anything, You can ask in the inner circle group. I keep on conducting some of live session as well. There also you can ask the question, right? uh, we have like weekly inner circle call on Sunday evening, right? There you can join, you can discuss the project related stuff, any question if you have, if you want to understand the things in depth, right? So these are the things like which you can do. Second thing, you must have to be proactive, right? Even if you have the trainer or something or like videos, and if you're not going to be proactive, right? One thing what I have done, like in each inner circle, I follow with my students who have taken the course to them that are you completing the course? Are you, you know, like if you have taken the course, are you going through that or not? Right. So a follow up give them at least little enforcement to complete the topic, complete the course. Okay. So this is one thing. So the thing is that you have to be proactive, right? You have to be proactive, and another thing that you should have the good learning material. You should have good learning material, and once your basic is strong, right, then you can go through the various blogs. I have also created many Abap extra videos, right, for the advanced topics from the niche topic under the Abap extra. See here. So I will quickly show you. So you have a Abap extra playlist. So you can search like Abap extra playlist by Pankaj. Okay, so it will be easy for you to identify. Okay, see. So here you can go and search. There are so many like 29 videos are there, you can learn it for. So, but basic should be strong actually in order to learn this extra stuff and all these things, right? And for basic, at least you go through this playlist, you will get lot of basics and all these things. And of course, like if you want to learn really in detail in well advanced, I will highly recommend to get that course at least for 6 month or 8 month option. You will be getting over there. Register, join regular inner circle call, ask the question over there. I will be happy to help you. So this is what uh, uh, I would suggest. This is what can be the best way. Again, it is a subjective topic. Everyone is having their own way of learning the stuff, right? But what I believe, at least basics should be strong. Then only the people can be very good in the further stuff. Different way of fetching the data into internal table. One is the select query, another is the append, right? And let me show you some of the select query over here quickly, and then with the and then we will stop the session. Okay, slash n AC38 and go into the change mode. Come here. It's telling already. It's getting edited. Let me close the unnecessary session. Yeah, fine. So we are talking about the different way of populating the data into internal table, right? So see, one is like you can fetch the data from the database table, right? V1, fetch the data from database table. So select, we have seen this particular, right? This particular stuff. This is one way of populating the data. So let me write it once again. Matner mtart. See, I'm going to use the new OpenSQL. See, the old OpenSQL we have just seen, right? The way I have written this particular piece of code, this was using the old OpenSQL. I'm going to use now the new OpenSQL, and the beauty of new OpenSQL and the new syntax is that you don't have to declare this internal table and all these things. Okay, Work area internal table is not required. On the fly itself, you can on the fly itself you can, you know, declare. See this structure, the data declaration in data declaration, all these things is not required, right? See here, matner mtart matkl from mara into table at the rate data. See, just you have to use at the rate data. Okay, this is a new open SQL. Just give the comma between the fields. Okay, and this will become your new open SQL. it underscore mara up to 10 rows, something like that. So what will happen that now automatically this it underscore mara will be declared using the inline declaration. See, data here itself I'm using. So whenever you use the new open SQL for internal table, work area, for any abap variable, you have to use at the rate symbol. What does it mean? It tells that this is the abap variable. This is the local variable. This is the host variable. This is known as the host variable. Wherever you define any ABAP variable, see, this is the internal table, right? And this is defined at the ABAP layer. So we have to tell to the system that it is a host variable. And for that, you have to use at the rate. Okay. So this is basically what I'm trying to tell. This is the new OpenSQL. It's very easy to use, and that's where like from Monday, like most of you might be knowing that I'm starting the new ABAP syntax, like ABAP on HANA Basic, where new syntax, new OpenSQL, the live course from tomorrow itself, morning 7 a.m. Uh, we are starting. It will be a 12 to 15 days course, like 3 weeks around course will be there. And if you want to learn like new open syntax, new open SQL, new syntaxes, basics of HANA architecture, row storage, column storage, APA model, then maybe you can, if you are interested, you can join the course. You can let me know there in the group. I will share you the link for registration and you can join that one. So this is like the new syntax. So this is one way. Okay. See here, just save it and check the syntax. You can see that there is no error, right? We are not getting any error. Here, like if you don't declare the internal table, you will be getting the error. Why? Because I was using the old OpenSQL. This is the new OpenSQL. Okay, activate this and now just run this one. And this IT underscore Mara, you are having the 10 records at this moment. See, it's working like magic. Now, another way, from another internal table, you can append the lines to another internal table. For example, append lines of it underscore mara to, we are going to create one you know, internal table of the same type. Okay, so using new syntax also we can create. I'm just using the old way of declaring the internal table, so one extra internal table I will require actually. So data it underscore mara 2 type table of ts underscore mara. So one more internal table I have declared, and in this internal table I want to populate the data from this internal table to this internal table, right? So append lines of it underscore mara to it underscore mara 2. So this is also one way. Activate this one and you can see that all like you know, records from here, it will come into here. This is another way of populating the data. See in it underscore mara 2 again, the 10 records, whatever it is there, it will come it over here. So now you want to, like, you know, from line number 5 to, from line from line 2 to 10, you want to uh, let's see the syntax. Actually press F1. So you can you know, append the line from a particular position to particular position. So see here, lines of item from this to this. Okay, so lines of Here, see the complete syntax. Append lines of data from this to this, correct? So append lines of I tab. Okay, so this you have to from 2 to 10 to this, right? Check the syntax and there is no problem, right? So like if you don't remember the syntax, simply you press F1 and you can take the help from the documentation, right? So I'm telling just from 2 to 10, right? So from 2 to 10 means total it will be a 9 records. It should be there in IT Mara 2. Just run this one. So this is another way of populating the data. See the 9 records in Mara 2 has come, right? In IT underscore Mara total there are 10 records. Out of 10, there are 9 records has come over here, right? Now one more way. You can put directly the select query on internal table. I'm not sure if in this version it is supported or not, but let me give a try. So this is NetWeaver 7.40, right? 7.40. So here I'm doubtful. NetWeaver 7.50 onwards, select on internal table is permissible. Okay, just you can check it. You can verify. Means NetWeaver 7.50 or 7.52, something like that. I don't remember exactly the NetWeaver version, but 7.40, I think it's not possible to put the select query on internal table. Let's give a try. Okay, select uh, a star from @IT underscore Mara as you'll have to define the alias into table @IT underscore Mara 2. So let's define one more table IT underscore Mara 3 over here, Mara 3, and pretty painter, just save this and check this. See here, it's not accepting actually, right? Select a star from this as tab. This is not, but the same thing, it will be working in a higher version. So let me give a try over there. MSTSC. I have a higher version system also. Hope you are able to see this remote desktop. Let's go there and we will write the same query. Okay, so SAP log on. Go to S/4HANA 2022. So 2022 is also there now, right? And give this user ID and password we have to give basically. /n SC38. You are able to see my screen, right? ZABC underscore test. Just select this executable program, save button, local object, and see, I will show you the NetWeaver version over here. So 7.57, right? So it's awesome, like it's going to support. There is no problem over here. Select Matner, mtart, matkl from Mara into table @data IT underscore Mara up to 20 rows, right? This many rows I'm just going to get it. And now check the syntax. This is fine, right? Select a star from IT underscore Mara as alias, just to give some temp type, something like that, into table at the rate data. Let's see if it's going to support this syntax or not. But you can put the select query on internal table in this latest version for sure. IT underscore Amara to something like that, up to 5 rows. So in this IT underscore Mara, we will be having 20 rows. Out of 20 rows, just I'm fetching the first 5 rows. Okay, let's check the syntax, and you can see that there is no error, right? It's awesome, correct? See that you can put the select query on internal table. All right, you can try by giving the where condition and all. You have to check whether earlier where condition was not supporting. Now we need to check whether it's support or not in this latest version. Okay, so let me give quickly a try over here. Matner equals to 001, something like that. Let's see the syntax and see it's not uh, uh, into table. Let's see. So where condition is also supporting, right? You can see that where condition is also supporting, right? I just want to get up to some rows, right? And let's put it at last. See how much Abap is evolving, right? It's a great evolution, in fact. So you can put the select query on internal table also, and now we can display the output. Let me show you CL demo output, display underscore data. So just give this one IT underscore Mara2 and save this, check the syntax and activate this one. Run this. And you can see that the 5 records is coming, right? So it's working fine, right? So this is what actually you can do. Now I think we are good and people are leaving also. They I think now got tired. So that's fine. Hope I was able to help you to learn something at least, right? If you find this session helpful, just type capital H. If you're watching on the YouTube, just type there in the comment box capital H, and here you can type capital H. Thank you everyone for your response. Okay, let me take up some question over here. Sandeep is asking screen number AC90. Okay, that we have already checked. Arti is having the question in include one is inactive, that one. Okay, this that one is already covered, right? It Mudassir is asking list all the BAP topics to cover for mastering OData development. So for OData, you should have the basic understanding of the ABAP. Okay, basic means core ABAP understanding, like basic syntax, what is work area, what is internal table. Yeah, okay. Then you should know the basics of object oriented programming, like class, methods, abstract class, these things, interface. This will be required, the basic understanding of object oriented ABAP programming. Okay, so core ABAP, core ABAP basic syntax will be required. This is the minimum requirement, and the object oriented ABAP basic concept will be required. Okay, yeah. Yes, Mudassar, you can take my OData course, but for understanding the OData, the core ABAP basic understanding, right, and the object-oriented ABAP basic understanding will be required. Okay, this is important. Sandeep, thank you. And now, fine. Thank you everyone for encouraging me by writing that the session have been helpful, and you can type there in the chat box in which group you are there already, or you can drop me, like if you are willing me to prepare uh, the content on any specific topic, maybe half an hour content or 1 hour of content on a specific topic related with ABAP, object oriented ABAP on HANA related stuff, OData related stuff. I'm good in these topics. I can create the content for you and I can share on the YouTube. If you're going to take any of my courses, you will be part of my inner circle community. We have the regular inner circle call. You can join, you can have the benefit from there. You can then and there itself ask any doubt, any question, and we can discuss with another inner circle member in that live call. Thank you once again for attending this session. And in case if you have any question or if you are willing to unmute yourself and speak the question, feel free to unmute yourself. You have now the permission to unmute yourself and you can speak and you can ask, or else we can stop the session. Fine, I think there is no question. Let's stop it over